This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for the upcoming week, break it down day by day, and let you know how to navigate. So as I'm sitting here filming this on Sunday morning, I have to admit that the energy feels a little bit blah. It's dark outside, a little dreary, chilly. It's nothing exciting. And I hope that wherever you are in the world, that you have sunshine, brightness, and, a positive vibe. I would say that the energy is a real mixture, and that's just reminiscent, I think, of the astrology. Mars just moved into Taurus, and that should feel more grounding, maybe even a little slower in some aspects. At the same time, we've had some restrictions with Venus and Saturn. Now we've got the Sun and Saturn today, and this is all about just sort of feeling held back a bit. I think the last couple days there's been some worries about relationships, worries about finances. I think that we're kind of craving communication and spending time possibly with people, yet at the same time we don't want to, if that makes any sense. So I would say that there's this real mixed bag of energy, and I'm very curious to know in the comments how you're feeling. Now, there's nothing really bad necessarily going on. I think that there's just a lot of blah. A lot of energy is coming from different directions, and some people just don't know how to process it. If you are still feeling a bit of that anger and frustration that's been lingering for the last little while, sit in that energy today where you can ground yourself, whether through a nap or a salt bath or meditation, or watch a show that makes you laugh, then I would say do it. Try to get out of that energy that's been holding you back or frustrating you. Now, ultimately, the best advice I can give you is to be creative. So the moon is actually going to be moving out of Cancer and into Leo tonight. So therefore, we are going to have more of a creative spark. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of fire and tension later on in the day today. Obviously, today's Sunday when I'm filming this. But just as a pointer, if you're feeling like you need to do something creative, because ultimately the emotions of the Cancer moon the last few days, I think, have been kind of heavy for people. And the exhaustion of the new moon in Gemini, right? It takes so much more energy to manifest with a new moon than it does to actually purge and surrender on a full moon. So that being said, let's take a look at the overall themes and messages for this week. Carry. What is always mine? Turtles move so slowly, and I'm kind of giggling to myself thinking about trust the process, Taurus energy, Mars and Taurus for the next, I don't know, about 6 weeks or so, I believe, is going to be the energy. And sometimes, Taurus energy can be quite slow and methodical, right? So, well, what is always yours? Carrying something can be good, but it can also be not so good, because if you're carrying old stories, old frustrations, old heavy baggage, it's not so good for you in the long run, right? So if you want to move a little quicker, let go of the old stuff, right? So let's see what else we need to know here. Magic. I knew that taking these cards would be a little bit of an uplift, because they're so colorful and beautiful. Magic. Do you believe in magic? There is definitely something brewing in the air, okay? Let's just take another card here and see what we need to know about that. The Sirens. Use your voice, expansion, and freedom. Let me just ask you something. Are you carrying burdens? Now, naturally, as humans, I know that that's kind of a rhetorical question, because we know we carry burdens. It's nothing new and surprising to anyone. But what are the burdens that you're carrying? In order for magic to happen, freedom, we need to let go of the things that we're carrying. So, this says use your voice, expansion, and freedom. I still come back to the word of the day, the week, the month, maybe. I mean, forever. Let's be real here. Boundaries are a constant problem for people, more than ever. It's like people just somehow don't respect boundaries, and therefore what boundary do you need to make right now? Or what boundary do you need to enforce right now? What boundary is really causing a struggle for you? Because this says use your voice. So no means no. No is a complete sentence. Thank you. I hear you. Appreciate your feedback, but I'm doing whatever I got to do. You know, I always tell people it's your mind, it's your body, and it's your soul. Okay? And you have the right to do as you please. So in order to have expansion and freedom, use your voice. Speak up. Now, I know it may fall on deaf ears, and sometimes people don't want to listen. You know, they don't want to acknowledge the attempt at a boundary or acknowledge the boundary. But that's called problem ownership. Whose problem is it? Is it yours or is it theirs? It doesn't have to be yours. And I know that a lot of these things can't change overnight. They take years. Believe me, I know. I've been there. I still have moments where I'm frustrated with boundaries in my own life. But that doesn't mean that I give up. It means that I continue to use my voice, continue to do as I please. And that's all I can do. You know, I can only do the best that I can. And I encourage you to do the same. A lot of the times people hope that we give up, you know, that we stop speaking up or out. And that's not fair. That's not fair. You know, it shouldn't have to exhaust us. However, this is a question about your strength, your courage, and thickness of skin is what we've been talking about lately in my sessions and online lives. So let's put these cards to the side and see what's kind of going on. I'm going to use these cards here. Let's take a look at Monday. What do we need to know for Monday? Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Sometimes we got to go deep. We've got to figure it out. We got to push forward. There's treasure there. It doesn't come easy. Nothing comes easy, right? If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? Let's see. What else do we need to know here on Tuesday? Reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. How many of you feel lately that because your light is shining brightly, that other people are coming at you? You know, maybe friends, family, colleagues. You know, when you feel good, for whatever reason, other people, they might want to rain on your parade, you know, and that's sad. And that's sad. Unfortunately, this is a message that you can't take everyone with you, you know, so don't be afraid to shine. Don't dim your light for anyone. Let's take a look at Wednesday. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. Look at the peacock here. You know, peacock is all about confidence. Support is all around you. You know what's interesting? We were just talking about, you know, friends, family, colleagues. Sometimes, you know, they want to see you do well. They don't always want to see you do better. But even if you're feeling like people are not supporting you, you know, in your daily life, there is support around you. You just may not see it. And what I mean by that is sometimes the support that you receive is the most unexpected kind. You know, I tell everybody every day of my life what amazing followers I have online. It's not even about a following, it's family, right? It's friendship. And whenever I come live on TikTok and Instagram, I can see how everybody just comes together and we laugh and we, you know, have these odd jokes that only somehow we understand. And then eventually share with all the new people that come in. You know, we have moments of seriousness and maybe even cries or, you know, hard moments where we've got to talk tough topics. But sometimes that's an unexpected support. It's amazing how you cannot necessarily know these people in person, yet you feel so connected to a community or to a group, you know? So sometimes you might find yourself getting support in areas you never thought possible, and they're not even your friends or your family on the daily, you know? So don't ever think that You know, you're not supported. There are ways to find support or find a place that you belong. I always said that when I started my channel that I wanted people to feel a part of something, you know, and because I was a high school teacher for so many years, I used to always wait outside my classroom door, everybody, and say hi, you know, to each student. Or at the end of the class, I would go to the door and I would say goodbye to each student, or I would ask them about their basketball game, you know, their music lesson, or their weekend, or the movie that they just watched, or the little trip they took with their family, whatever it was. That's what we do in my online lives, right? We get to know each other in a way that is more personal, right? Even though we may not see each other in person. And so I don't know, I'm just going on about this because I'm so proud of the family that we share online here. And that's a level of support. You all support me in the kindest ways. And I'm so appreciative of that. I have such gratitude. And maybe that's just me giving a moment of gratitude to all of you and a thank you to all of you, because it really does mean the world to me. You've allowed me to pursue my dreams and to show you how I've gone through the process, how I've trusted the process. And I want all that for you too. I genuinely want you to be happy. I want you to have the best of the best of the best. I want to show you that you can do it. And just know that the rainbow is here. Confidence is key. And you are supported. And that support also is the divine. Your angels are with you. Ask and you shall receive. But ultimately, here's a little lesson in something. And sorry, you know, here's another Kelly TED Talk. You know, this was the message that I gave last week, very similar. And that is, be mindful of how you go about asking for support or asking for things. Intention is everything. Just think about when people come at you in regards to, let's say, boundaries I was just talking about, you know, or difficulty amongst friends, family, colleagues. If somebody comes at you with negativity and accusations and a tone and criticism, well, what do they expect in return, right? So in other words, when we want people to be there for us, you know, we can ask, absolutely, you know, and when we want to care for others and give them support, we can also come at them in a way that is positive rather than, you know, complicated. Nothing has to be complicated. So much of it comes from the tone in our voice or the way in which we approach something, our body language, whatever it is. Just be mindful of that. I think sometimes we forget. You know, we forget what other people are going through or how they may feel about something, you know. We want to always look at the bigger picture and not just think subjectively. We have to look beyond us, you know, beyond ourselves. I digress. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's take a look at Thursday. We have grace. There you go. You can't make it up. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Well, again, I thank you all. And I'm so grateful for waking up every day and being able to do the things that I love, even when it's not easy. So on Friday, we have Journey by Moonlight. Believe in Can you believe that? I mean, I can. I can. But look what we just had. Remember? We had the magic card. Believe in magic. Incredible. I feel like Friday is a day to ask for something. Don't try to control it, but ask for something. Saturday, surrender. Oh my goodness, wow. I just love when cards do this. I just said, don't put any attachment to it. Surrender to the journey. Release control. Believe in magic. Release control. See what happens. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. I really believe that. I really do. But it all depends on intentions and attitude, how badly you want something. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to do in order to better the situation, better ourselves? And the sneak peek at the following week, beautiful, wondrous universe, walk in beauty. Believe. And I know it's hard. I do. I know that when you've had bad experiences continually in life, it's hard to all of a sudden be like, hey, everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be great. Wow, this is rainbows and butterflies. I get it. The world is not rainbows and butterflies. Life is not, going to be magical every single day. But every day is a new day. And we have a choice. And we do the best we can. And we do the best we can to learn from our previous experiences. That's the key here. Are we learning from our previous experiences or not? Or are we just repeating the same old, same old, same old? Because at a certain point, there is a common denominator. Okay? Now, let's go to the Oracle cards. I would have normally gone to Tarot first, but I felt I wanted the Oracle cards first. Magnifying glass. Get more info. Go beneath the surface. Be curious. What did I say about the Leo moon? Be creative. Ask questions. Do something different. Reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. Yes, spring into action. Excitement. Intentions. A surprise. Increasing. Coming alive. Growth. This is the thing about growth. Again, when you're shining brightly, it really can be difficult for other people who don't feel the same way about themselves. And I know that that's tough sometimes when you love the people around you and you wish that they had that same motivation or whatever it is. But again, you can't take everyone with you. And your people are your people. You'll know. So let's see. Support is all around you. The key. Look at number 33. I love that. Master teacher or ascended masters. Your ascended masters are with you. I always think of this card as communication is key and confidence is key. And there are solutions. We have to look for them. We have to delve deeper. We have to unlock ourselves. We have to pay attention. Pay attention. Support is around you. What is your greatest support right now? Is it a person? Is it a page, like a website? Is it a specific creator, influencer? Is there someone or something that makes you instantly feel supported? Grace and gratitude. Yes, take inspired action. You're getting so many cards or energies here that say make the moves. Trendsetter. I love it. Power, new experience. Ignition. Okay, believe in magic here. Oh, the ring, agreement, partnerships, the magic of love, self-love, romantic love. How committed are you to yourself? It's amazing how we're so quick to want to commit to other people or wanting people to commit to us, choosing us. And yet I dare to ask, how committed are you to you? Are you committed to your well-being, or are you focusing always on someone else and what they're going through and how you can solve things for them? That's why overgiving, overdoing, and problem solving don't get you anywhere. It's nice to be good to people, for sure. But if you're putting everybody on a pedestal above you, you're going to stay beneath. And that's the problem. We don't know how to put ourselves first. We're made to feel guilty or selfish because we want to take care of ourselves, protect our own energy. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, if somebody has an issue with that, that tells you a lot about a person, because they would want you to grow, want you to flourish, want you to be happy. And this is what I always say about my online family. I want you to have it. I'm going to give you my all in the time that I'm with you. I give you my all when I'm making these videos. I give you my all when I'm in a session with you. I give you my all when I'm in a live with you, because I want you to have it. Why wouldn't I? We're a reflection of each other. If I feel successful, I want you to be successful. So let's see. Surrendering to the journey. Trust the process, right? Trust the process. Okay, the mask. Listen, release control. Take off the mask. Let go of the fear. It's time to be open and embrace change. So you can overcome anything. Of course you can. You can find balance. You can feel complete. You can feel well. Let's see. Wondrous universe. There you go. Unconditional love. Isn't that beautiful? legendary, divine union, eternal love, infinity, enduring, connected, love of a lifetime. That is just so beautiful. Okay, let's take a look with the tarot. Uncovering treasure and getting more info. The Fool, trust and take a leap of faith. It's time. Okay, spring into action. Two of Wands, leave your comfort zone. You've got to make a decision to leave your comfort zone. That could even be a card of travel. And it says reaching your destination. Where do you want to travel to? Anywhere. If you could go anywhere right now, where would it be? Okay, fellow travelers. Support is all around you. Seven of Cups. You just have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. You got to communicate clearly that decision, because this is a card whenever I see it that says not making a decision is making a decision. So what is it that you want? That's also a card of vivid dreams. I know the dreams have been really intense for people lately. Now, grace and gratitude, the Tower. You know, the Tower card has a way of humbling us, really. You know, we don't like Tower moments, but I do find a positive out of these moments, these difficulties. And I don't know if that's just because I'm an eternal optimist, but I have been through Tower moments, believe me. I have receipts for that. I'm not saying I enjoyed them, but they brought me so much growth and change. I'm so thankful for them. The gratitude that I have, man, I'm so thankful for what happened, even though it was some of the worst things I could have ever encountered. I can't imagine my life anywhere like what it used to be. Like I couldn't even go back. There's nothing that could have convinced me ever to go back to that time. Ever. So I'm happy. The Tower card, yeah, you might be shaken up. But remember, these things happen for you, not to you. Now, believe in magic here. And the Bond. Seven of Wands. Are you ready? Are you ready to pick your battles? Are you ready to stand up? It's time to make a move. You got to surrender on that journey, take off the mask, and you got to put down the burdens. I asked earlier about burdens. What are you carrying? Like, look how these cards are coming all the way back here. What are you carrying on your back? What's on your shoulders? Ten of Wands, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally exhausted. King of Swords. Coolness, detachment, decisive. Interesting how there's the sword right there. There's the sword right here. Love it. Okay. Let's see. Sneak peek, King of Pentacles, another king. Long road, yes, but an abundant one. As long as you just keep pushing forward, taking baby steps every day. You don't have to do anything too much. Just take the methodical steps. And what I want to do is just come back to one of those three cards from the beginning again. Use your voice, expansion, freedom, find your freedom. There's the Fool card. Trust, take a leap of faith, and make those moves. Okay, now, that being said, I want to take pardon me here as I'm shuffling on my table looking for this deck. I want to take an inner child or oracle card here. Speak to yourself with kindness. Again, number 33, Ascended Masters. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. What did I say earlier? I said be mindful of how you speak to others, how you'd like to be spoken to. You know, how you speak to yourself in general. Pull yourself close. Every part of your being is deserving of love. You are worthy. You deserve the best of the best of the best. And let go of the past. Oh my goodness, you can't make it up. Again, what are you carrying? It is time to envision a new story. Wow, what a deep reading today. I really hope this resonates with you. And as always, thank you for everything. It really means the world to me. Your comments, your likes, your subscribes. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in my bio. Again, thank you, and I wish you an amazing week.